What other indicator is combined with CPR will give a good edge for strategy? Okay. So what other indicator is combined? Okay, say for example, I'll tell you honestly, I have read the book, small summary, please. Okay, sure. So basically, first of all, you have to decide whether, okay, Pawan, I'll just give you a small summary. So I will upload this content in YouTube as well. So initially, actually 30 minutes, we have discussed about Nifty long-term chart, like what would happen. And now let me cover this recent one, which I was discussing. What I was actually telling you guys is, there was a question like, I'm an intraday option buyer, like say for example, how to trade, take a trade based on intraday chart 15 minutes. What is the option which you have to buy? So for example, I told that I don't prefer naked option buying, I prefer a hedging strategy. So this is the candle which has formed on the 25th of March on the first 15-minute candle, and after that we are not sure where the market will go, but we are sure that it has placed a open high, and we are sure that it is facing some resistance. Why is that resistance formed? So you will be drawing a line and check. So when doing this, we could see that the market has rejected here, the market has rejected here, and the market once rejected taken support over here, and the market faced a lot of resistance over here. So this zone is acting as a good resistance zone. That is why we have faced a rejection. So okay, so this is possibly is happening, and after that we might the expectation is that the market might come further down. So what would happen next? So if you have to go for an option buying, then you will be buying 17,200 PE. But if you're going for 17,200 PE, the stop loss is you are not sure of your stop loss. Maybe you have to keep this particular high as your stop loss, and your maximum loss is going to be 9,000 rupees if you're holding till 31st of March. But what I prefer is like, if you're not able to exit the trade on that particular high is broken, if you're having a lot of hope issues, your emotions comes into play, and that is why I prefer you buy the 17,200 and then sell the 17,100 put option. So when you're doing this hedging process, your total capital involved is around to 17,000, and but your maximum loss which you can face is 2,000 rupees, including brokerage 2,100 rupees only. And even after having this loss, you still can exit based on price action theory. What is happening? Say for example, after this high has formed, market has formed a lower high over here, so this will be my stop loss position to exit. So you can exit at here also, so that it can you can limit your losses there as well. Clear? And Jibu, I think you can mail me StunnerShare@gmail.com. I will we can connect privately if needed. Okay, and then okay, I hope Pawan I have cleared your question. Okay, what other indicator is combined with CPR will give a good edge for trading? Okay, so I have read the book on CPR and Camarilla, and then there are few things which you can improvise in CPR and Camarilla. So firstly, if you are like very much comfortable in CPR, then go for CPR. If you are like feeling somewhat struggling in CPR, then I would prefer you to go for Camarilla, because Camarilla is a bit easy. But let me come to your question, like which is the indicator which will be helpful. So first of all, remove everything, just hold on with this particular CPR indicator alone. Okay, so this is the CPR indicator. Clear? So now if you ask me, just use price action and CPR, it will help you. Okay, one thing is like you have to wait for a setup. So should we use fourth layer of Camarilla? Okay, I'll come to your question, Rohit. So first of all, you have to wait for a 15-minute candle to form. So let's take from here, 15-minute candle has formed. So now this 15-minute candle is showing a what? Resistance, or a red candle bearishness can be seen. So just place this one particular line and see whether any resistance is there. Okay, now in a 15-minute chart you are not able to see properly, then go to a 1-hour chart. Just after this 15-minute line, okay, then what is happening is like, yes, there are a lot of resistances which are coming in. Say for example, resistance 1, 2, here taken support, resistance, 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 and finally on our day also it has formed a resistance. Clear? So now after facing the resistance, now you activate the CPR. So the distance where it has formed the resistance and the CPR is over here. So the possibility of its coming to the CPR is highly there. This particular concept is called as magnet trade. Just go into what is it called, YouTube, my StunnerShare channel. In that, search for magnet trade, you will get this concept. Okay, so this particular is a resistance zone. How we know this is a resistance zone? Because after this 15-minute candle is formed, I just marked a single line and checked for the previous resistance zone whether the resistance is formed or not. Yes, the resistance is there already. So that is telling me that okay, this particular thing can be a resistance, and where it can still come, that you have to plot the CPR, and CPR and the distance between this resistance zone is way big. So my expectation is that the trade can come towards CPR. So this is called as magnet trade. Okay, now let's forget about the price action. Now there will be question like CPR and other things. So again, what we can do is like, now we know this is the highest form and this is some sort of resistance zone, or this is some sort of rejection which we are seeing. Now let us plot RSI. So this is the RSI. So if you see over here, the RSI is forming a lower high, but the RSI over here is the price over here is forming a higher high. So this is the RSI divergence which has formed. So this RSI divergence is also telling that the possibility of the market to come down is there. So how long it can come? It can come towards the CPR. Okay, because why it can come towards CPR is the CPR is one sort of resistance and support zone which we can treat. If you, let's forget about this zone. Okay, now let us come to here. Okay, let me remove all the drawings. So this particular candle, we are not sure of what is this candle at all. This is a long leg doji candle or a sort of a doji candle. Okay, assume that is a doji candle. But after this doji candle, even though it has engulfed these all candles, the next two candles gave a close below the CPR. So once after giving a close below the CPR, it started facing resistance at this CPR zone. So now if anyone wants to enter for any trade, they have to enter below this particular line and keep this high as stop loss. Okay, then your trade is there. So this is CPR, which can be acting as a resistance as well as a support. And I have also told you about CPR and RSI divergence. If you guys want, you guys can also use moving average and then also take a trade. Say for example, this particular zone where it was facing some resistance at CPR, that is the exact zone where it was actually facing the resistance at the 20 SMA as well. Okay, so this is a bearish and we have just came down. And even the moving average also, moving average 20 SMA, the concept of moving average 20 SMA, or what does a moving average 20 SMA gives the impact is like, it attracts candle. So from here, the distance between 20 SMA and the moving and the price is way big. So 20 SMA attracts a candle. The possibility of the candle coming towards 20 SMA is highly there. You check any stock, you check any time frame, always the 20 SMA will get touched. Even in Nifty, when I was analyzing on the 30 minutes chart, sorry, the 3 month chart, I told you guys that whenever there is a bearish candle formed, it took support at the 20 SMA. So that is where I told you the possibility of it taking support at 20 SMA is there. Okay, I'm not saying it will sure take support at the 20 SMA, but it is respecting 20 SMA. So that is why I said the concept or the impact or the functionality or the speciality of 20 SMA is that it attracts the candle. So whenever the candle moves way far away from the 20 SMA, it will attract towards the 20 SMA. And what is the speciality of 200 SMA? Whenever the 200 SMA is touched by any candle, it will throw it far away. It will not allow that price to play around the 20 SMA for a 200 SMA for a longer time. When it touches a 200 SMA, it might take a support and it can throw it far away, or it can break down and bleed far away. Clear? So indicator which you wanted to use with CPR with price action, or CPR alone, or CPR with RSI divergence works very neat. And even in hourly time frame, 15 minutes time frame works very neat. And CPR with moving average also works a lot. So it's up to you guys on how to use on the different concepts if you guys want. Clear? Should we use fourth layer of camera law? Yes, it's up to you, like which camera law or which one you wanted to use. It's actually up to you. I basically like use H3 for good rejection and L3 for good support whenever the price is making a higher high, higher low, or a lower high, lower low, because those are rejection areas. So lower high will be formed. So that is why I prefer H3 and L3 a lot. So it is up to you. Like H4 means breakout, but one. So thanks guys, thanks for joining, and we'll connect soon.